everybody, Tori Hartman here. I am back and I'm going to talk today a little bit about the Chakra Wisdom Oracle Toolkit. And I think one of the things I want to start out by saying is that you don't have to be psychic to be intuitive. And you don't have to be intuitive to be psychic. Let me explain something to you that I think is important. And I talk about this a lot. When people come to me and they ask me the difference between a goal and an intention, for example, the difference is that a goal is something we set as an outcome, and it's about who we become in the process of achieving that goal. So let's say, for example, you're going to be a doctor. So when you get to the end of that goal, your achievement will be you'll become a doctor. You will get a diploma in your hand. But at some point along the way, you became a doctor. Somewhere with all of who you're becoming along that way was part of the goal. That's why sometimes when you have a goal to make $1 million, well, that goal is really about who you become on the way to that goal. It's not about the goal itself, even though we think it is. So that's the difference between when we talk about a goal, and now let's go over here, intention, right? Now an intention is, I intend to be a multi-millionaire philanthropist. Now, what happened there? That became an intention where I'm going to step into a higher conscious thought right away. So the intention of who I'm becoming inside is bigger than a goal. So it's important that you get energetically the difference. And when I say those are different, so now let's take a look at when I talk about being psychic or being intuitive. So if I told you that all doctors, good doctors, are all intuitive. In fact, they probably have a touch of the psychic. And why do I say a touch of the psychic? That's what my grandmother used to say, that kid's got a touch of the psychic, right? But what I want to say about that is that they probably are highly intuitive. Why? And look at cops. They have to react and respond in circumstances that come up. And what do? They've been trained and trained and trained, and then something happens and they know what to do. They have that reflex, if you will. That muscle has been used again and again and again and again. And what happens as you start to use something, you start to trust that process. So if you're new to this kind of spiritual work, one of the things I want to say to you is, when I say trust the process, you know, it's almost a cliche, right? Because the biggest thing people say to me is, I want to trust it. I go, well, if you're here, you're trusting it. I think you want to believe it. Think about that for a minute. So when we talk about the Chakra Wisdom Toolkit, what I want to say to you is this is a journey to your intention. It's not a goal. You're not going to, at the end, you don't win a prize, although maybe you do, because you win a prize because you're fabulous. But you don't win that kind of prize. What you get at the end of this journey is the journey. You have taken the journey, and now what you have, let's talk about the tools, because why did I say toolkit? Why did I write toolkit? I could have written book on changing your life, right? But toolkit means that there's tools in here. So if you think about a doctor learning the various basics, right? Doctors have to learn the basics. They have to learn anatomy. They have to learn all those things. Police officers have to learn human behavior. So when we look at what we're learning, right? This is about learning about ourselves. This is about learning our energy centers and how we respond. How much of the time have we ignored that? You know, I've told this story before, but it bears repeating. I was at a Mind Body Spirit Expo, and this woman comes up to me and she does Reiki, fabulous. And her husband was with her, and she said he has a blocked third chakra. And I said, do you have a blocked third chakra? And the guy said, I don't know what she tells me I do. Like, okay, you know. And she looked at me. I said, no, I believe it. I don't know what that really means. And she looked at me, because you see, I don't really operate that way. I don't understand it because it's not in my frame of reference. So what I said to her was, are you sure? And she went, well, the energy's just there. It's just, it's not moving. Well, you know, it's kind of like when we get an inflammation, right? You get a headache. It's a signal of something. I'm going to take an Advil, I'm going to lie down, I'm going to drink water, whatever I'm going to do, right? So I looked at him and I said, can I ask you something? He said, sure. I said, are you really thinking and planning and working on a new business? Is there something new that's requiring a great deal of thought? And he said, yeah, there is. Third chakra. He didn't have a blocked one. He had an overactive one because it was in motion. And you know, as a society, we're so used to like throwing some kind of remedy at something. But you see, his third chakra was supposed to be active like that. It was supposed to be because he's processing something. So sometimes when people go a block, I say, well, wait a minute, before we go and unblock something, maybe that's where he needed to be to get to his heart. You see, our third chakra, right, solar plexus, is the gateway to the heart. So our thinking, if he went right to his heart and said, this is what I really want to do, but he hadn't really planned it out, it will fail. So what we have to remember is that every chakra within us has, it builds upon the next. So when I say this to you, why a toolkit? Well, there are 7 aspects, 7 profound aspects, which are each fable, in each chakra section. So therefore, and I said to him, so you're stuck in yellow, huh? He said, I guess so. You know, and I said, well, pick a number from 1 to 7. And he picked the number, and it was actually canary yellow, which was dissipate. Dissipating is the key word. And I still go by the fable name. That's why it says canary, right? Canary yellow, because it was based on the original color. And dissipating, so what does that mean? It means, it could mean wasting energy. It could mean sitting still. But something's being dissipated. Something's being thrown away. And I said, it sounds like you're really trying to shed everything that has been a waste of time until now. And he went, that's exactly where I am. And she went, wow. And I said, now when you honor that energy, right, now you know where this person is. And it was a mirror. See, cards and the fables are a mirror for where you're at in your life. They're not telling you this is who you are. They're saying, here's your mirror. Are you in your intention, or are you in the process of a goal? Now, when my goal was to write a book, what happened to me? You know, I told everybody I put on book weight, right? Because I gained 30 pounds. You know, some people put on baby weight. I put on book weight. Now, what happened to me? Where do you think I was eating? Second chakra. I was eating in my second chakra because I was trying to ground myself. And when you're overweight, a lot of times it's grounding, because when we're doing a lot of heavy emotional, spiritual work, we eat too much. It can happen. So finding that place in me, again, of what was that second chakra. And so again, it just goes to flipping through and going, okay, second chakra, this one, passion, Princess of Amber. Following my passion, even though it may go against what will make other people happy in the moment, but I know it's for the highest good. So in that sense, eating like crazy wasn't the best thing for me. But you know what? It was what I did, accept it, and I say, you know what? I did it, and this is where I'm at. So this is the gentleness of this work, and I wanted to kind of give you a little bit of just a little perspective on what it's about. That it's a fun journey. It's about discovering who you are. And what's more interesting, folks, than you? That's how I see it. You know, it's like people will call me and go, what are you doing, Tori? I go, I'm thinking about myself, you know? So I offer you the opportunity to not just think about yourself, but find out about how amazing you are and how amazing your process is. So I welcome you into this journey, and if you're not used to cards, start with the toolkit. Get a little accustomed to it, because I'll tell you something, once you take this journey with the toolkit, you're going to be an expert at the reading portion. Thank you for listening today, and I look forward to seeing you again soon. And remember, Chakra Wisdom Toolkit, it's on sale. It's on sale now on Amazon and probably at most bookstores. Have a great week. See ya.